Race 6 of the BMW IBSF Women's Skeleton World Cup at Sigulda in Latvia, also racing for the European Championships. After the first of two heats on the tough Latvian track, Hanna Neise, the Olympic champion, lay in 5th position, just 23 hundredths off the lead. At this stage, Kimberly Boss, coming up from 15th place with a shattering track record second heat, was the runaway leader. Neise would need all of her experience to try and overcome her Dutch rival, despite having nearly 6/10 of a lead after the first heat. By the midway point, she had just crept back in front, and lower down, where the corners come thick and fast at high speed, she crept over the line, a third of a second in front, guaranteeing herself a top 5 finish. Next up, young British slider Amelia Coltman. Coltman, in only her 9th World Cup start, made her debut on this track in December 2020. Last week in Lillehammer, she posted her career best World Cup result with a 6th position, but here she lay just a 10th out of the medals. Could she dream of grabbing her first World Cup medal where she made her debut? She held a lead over Neise down to the final few corners, but at the line was just a whisker behind in second place with 3 still to come. As Coltman rued her mistake, Mimi Reniva, third after the first heat, had her second and final run at the track. Just 11 hundredths off the lead, Reniva put down a smoking second heat. She tidied up some of the errors from the first run and absolutely flew, taking the lead early on from the Olympic champion and racing away down at the bottom of the track. She would end up just 4 hundredths of a second off Kimberly Boss's new track record with an enormous lead and 2 sleds remaining. Janine Flock of Austria, 3 consecutive wins on this track up to last season's race where she just finished off the podium, but always a threat at a track where she knows her way around. She does lots of pre- and post-season sliding here, and Latvia is definitely her second home. In the European Championship stakes, she's had 11 consecutive medals in 11 seasons, but this was not to be a 12th. She drifted away, unusually off form on the second run, just missing the timing fractionally, and at the line, she was only in 4th place. Reniva led with 1 to go. The final sled also perhaps a slight surprise. Although she was a bronze medalist 12 months earlier, Kim Malmens has never yet claimed a World Cup win. She led the first heat by 9 hundredths from Flock, 11 hundredths from Reniva, and after a strong second start that matched the Canadian to the 100th, it was game on. But again, mistakes creeping in towards the bottom of the run reduced her speed. A skid off 14 and again off 15 would cost her, and in the final corner she dropped behind at the line. Initial disappointment as Mimi Reniva, slack-jawed, realised she'd won the race. But Kim Malmens in the silver medal position, still a career best, and she's also the European champion. While Mimi Reniva, the winner, tries to figure out where that final run came from, Kimberly Boss still leads the World Cup standings, but it's Kim Malmens who's the European champion from Hanna Neise and Amelia Coltman.